the jurors hearing my prayers. I came to, like my attorney said, the goal was to shut the ride down, have it taken down, to stop this tragedy happening ever to any other family ever again, and then to get here to this point and to fight for justice. That's a great accomplishment. Those are my three main goals, to be honest.
Nekia, all throughout the day, you left the courtroom, obviously overcame with emotion. You opened yourself up to a jury, 6 people you've never met before in your life. Did you want fun time in the courtroom today? Did you want them there to say something, or do you have a message of fun time?
I really did want them there because my question would have been, why was the ride even created? That's my main question. What happened to the seatbelts? I mean, I have a lot of questions, but yes, I did want them. I wanted them to face me, apologize. I got none of that. No apologies, no anything. So yes, I did want them there.
And you still have never heard from them up until now?
No.
How hard have these last 2 years been, and how are you feeling today?
I don't even think it's a word. It's unbearable because I have a child that I can't physically touch. I can't hug him. I can't kiss him. Everything is a memory. I have to look at pictures, buttons, T-shirts. I don't have my son here to hug him. That's a hurting feeling. That's devastating to any parent. I don't wish this on any parent. No one. To lose a child is the worst thing that can happen to any parent in the world.
What's next for you?
I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna. I have to thank God first and foremost. I'm just thankful that we was able to get this far and to hold them accountable. I don't really have too many plans as of now, but I mean, right now, I'm breath by breath. I mean, that's how I live, breath by breath. To be honest, no major plans.
As far as the money goes, is it just a procedural thing now, as far as like you send over the paperwork and the money gets done, or can they still fight it overseas?
Well, they may try to fight it and say that our justice system can't impose a judgment over there. There's a lot of different things that are going to happen, but they do business here. This is where the Department of Commerce, the Secretary, or the State Department can get involved, saying if you don't recognize a judgment in the United States, well, then you don't do business here. And we've had talks with the Department of Commerce. We've had talks with the Department of State. I mean, this was not just to get some piece of paper. This is to either do one of two things: collect or shut them down. We're going to record this judgment in other countries that they do business in, because when you do business here and you ignore the courts, there are consequences for them. So yeah, it's a process. We've already started it. It's been going on for 2 years. One thing that's very important to remember is that they appeared in the case originally. They had lawyers, local lawyers from Orlando. They filed motions, and then they just withdrew. And that's why the court had the findings they did.
Is it insurance, assets here, other rights in the United States? Like how do you, what's the whole?
Yeah, they have both. They have insurance. We have a copy of the insurance policy, and they have assets. So they have both.
Nekia, I mean no disrespect to this question. You're a mother, you have young children, you're going to have other family vacations in your life. How has this changed your life, though, knowing children want to go to places that unfortunately would happen? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a lot more in your life here. And how, psychologically for you, how challenging is it?
All of my children were amusement park riders. That was our thing. Summer vacation amusement parks. Since March the 22nd, we don't do amusement parks, no rides or anything. Anything that appears to be scary or detrimental, we don't do any of that. I just prefer to do other outings and look at life a different way, because this has definitely changed. This changes your outlook on life totally when you lose a child. So again, like I said, I'm breath by breath. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do next month. It's breath by breath for me. I don't make plans anymore. My future is gone. My future's gone.
However, you still have a future in front of you, and if everything goes according to plan, you are going to be getting tens of millions of dollars. What do you plan to do with that money? What are you going to put it for?
I have no plans right now. I don't know at the point. I can say I have a football team back at home that I can basically sponsor and make donations towards the team. But other than that, I don't have any outright written out plans right now.
Any other questions for Nekia? She's got to catch a flight, or for Mr. Haggard or Miss Walt, and then.
How surprised were you fun time wasn't here today? Is that surprising?
Well, I could tell you, as all the lawyers, this lawyer teams, when they withdrew from the case, we couldn't believe it. They were in the case. I mean, this happens a lot. You have foreign defendants. They file motions against personal jurisdiction and try to move the case, those types of things. And they didn't do any of that. They just quit and withdrew and tried to avoid justice. So we were shocked. I think it was an incredibly, stupid strategic move by them. And so we're very confident, hopefully, to collect and or put them out of business.
You mentioned in Yarnell $150 million as an example. Did that plant the seed?
What was that? I'm sorry?
You mentioned in Yarnell $150 million as an example of the judgment that could happen. Did that plant the seed?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we just thought. I mean, I think the jury knew with this type of corporate indifference, these types of damages, there's no seed to plant. Yeah.
I think
Thank you.
Mike was nice when he said what the amount should be, but the jury knew in their hearts just how tragic this case was. This was a different kind of case. And so I want to thank Mike and Kim, Attorney Natalie Jackson, Attorney Yarnell. Christmas is Yarnell's lawyer in St. Louis, Missouri. Miss Nekia and Yarnell represented for so many people today, so many families that normally don't get this type of result, don't get this type of value put on their children's life. You know, when Senator Thompson was fighting for the Tyre Sampson law, it was about saying we must put value on the life of our children, all our children, black, white, and brown. And so I stand here proudly with Tyree's father to say that we can think of 310 million reasons why that the Funtime Corporation won't put profit over safety anymore. And that is the message that's going far and wide. It's about not putting profit over people. It's still emotional. It's still very emotional. We thank the judge and the jury for showing up, even though the Funtime Corporation, who were previously had counsel, but then failed to answer the lawsuit. And so I guess they thought we were going to give up, but we're never going to give up on the value of our children's lives and their future. And that's why each and every lawyer, each and every paralegal, everybody committed to these parents that you will get your day in court. And today, we got our day in court. $310 million verdict sends a message, a great message for accountability, especially in Orlando, Florida, and especially with the theme world parks all across the country. At this time, you're going to hear from Mr. Sampson, and then we'll try to answer some of your questions if you have them. Mr. Yarnell Sampson.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Well, Yarnell, you had tears coming down your face as the verdict was being read. Can you talk about what you were feeling in that moment?
Bittersweet. I did want some answers for some closure. I wanted to know, I just want to know why. Like, I don't really have, I won't tell you everything I wanted to ask them, but I just want to know why would you manipulate a seat and take somebody that important away from us? Like, what do we start to put these pieces back together? Right? I lost hair. And since y'all see me, I got false teeth. I lost 30 pounds. So the money ain't gonna put this back together, right? But what I'm planning on doing is making a difference, right? Send some kids to college. I'm building a playground for Tyree. I got a Tyree snack shop right now, and I just want to help my peoples. That's it.
You mentioned the toll during your testimony it was taking on your health and your well-being. Does this money, does this verdict, is that going to make any of that easier? Is this going to help you sleep?
Nope. I'd rather trade my life for my son. You can't put a price tag on something like that. That's my only child. I don't even care about no money, man. I want my baby. And ever since he came here, my life didn't change. You know, and I'm just trying to make it a spin around to make it a positive message behind the tragedy, so we can help some other kids reach their dreams by going to college and trying to have some neighborhood intervention programs to help troubled youth. Because that's all my son was trying to do, is help. That's all he wanted to do, is help. So I'm here to continue his legacy, and I will.
How does it feel knowing that you'll be able to do that now after this verdict to do all those great things in honor of your son?
I already started. Well, coming up December 24th, I'll have my second year toy drive, Christmas drive. I give out 1,000 coats to the homeless and needy kids. Every year, Tyree birthday, we have balloon release. We feed the homeless. We feed the kids that parents might be gone, who knows, but should no kid go to sleep hungry. You know, and I can't do it all by myself, but I'm a small part of this vessel trying to help make a difference.
Yarnell, knowing how challenging this was for you today in the courtroom, do you think you could have faced the company? Do you think you could have done it? And I mean, you left several times. Obviously, your attorneys asked you to step out during the video. Do you think you could have handled it yourself today?
Be honest with you, I've been having a fever the past 2 days since I reached Orlando. Ever since I became Orlando, I never felt good. I never have.
This was the place you lost your child.
It's a beautiful city, man. And I see why any kid want to come here and have fun. But why my child got to be the one? Ain't no money gonna solve this problem. It ain't gonna solve this problem. You putting a Band-Aid on it, maybe, but it ain't solve the problem. Every day I got to wake up and I still can't see him. I still got my son number saved in my phone to this day.
Ben, this has been a story for 2+ years in the news. How do you, I mean, today's the verdict. What do you think happens a year from now? What do you happens 2 years from now?
Well, I am thankful to Mr. Sampson and Ms. Dodd for fighting along with Senator Geraldine Thompson to get the Tyre Sampson legislation passed into law, because preferably it will never happen again. I mean, this is the most unimaginable tragedy any parent who takes their child to a theme park can ever imagine. And so, as Mr. Sampson said, we now have it in Florida, but we know before Tyre Sampson died in this tragedy like this, there were other theme park mishaps around the country, around the world. So his fitting legacy to his son is to try to make sure you have Tyre Sampson laws all around. And if people want to know why we need the legislation, even though he can't see the video, all they need to do is look at that video of the last moments of Tyree's life and pass the Tyre Sampson law.
I guess, Yarnell, just really quick, how are you feeling about all of those laws that have been passed?
But this will be the last one.
My main concern is to get this bill passed nationwide, for we can add on to more legislations and safety regulations. For should no parent have to bury their child? Should nobody die having fun in an amusement park? You dare to have fun. It's entertainment, but not death. These two different type of things. Now, what can I do with myself? I could have rolled over, laid in the bed, and just gave up, because that's easy to do. But the hard thing is doing what I'm doing now. Standing in front of some people that I really don't know. I didn't want to get out the bed this morning. I ain't never been in a trial, faced a judge a day of my life. I don't have no criminal record. This is my first trial in my whole life. I'm 47 years old. I ain't never faced a judge, trial, jury, never. I was so nervous, but I knew that this is bigger than me. This is for Tyree. He deserved that. A 4.0 honor roll student. The number 5 left tackle in the country. He was so bright. Y'all heard so many countless encounters of how he changed people's lives. So why would I not fight for something like that? And as a father, you never stop being a parent. you know, and I just want to do my part. And I thank y'all for coming out here. But we will be passing this bill nationwide. I'm gonna use all my money, power, and resources for this. Fun time. I hope you're listening. You in Eureka, Missouri, right in St. Louis. We will be protesting.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sampson. In conclusion, I just want to thank Mike Haggard, Gerald Christmas, Natalie Jackson, Michael Richardson, Kim Wall, and all of our law officers for standing up for justice. Mike and I went to college together at Florida State, and this was the first time we got to try a case together. And the one thing I did whisper to him was that he was a little conservative when he asked the jury for the amount, because you got to send a message. And so, Mike, the jury finished it for you to send the message.
I did.
And I thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
They want a live vote off from us at 6.
Okay. Let me get a little video.
One more thing I need to do. Insurance special, we will be passing this bill nationwide, where no other children should die, going to no amusement park, carnival, nowhere, period. And I want Fun Time to know that you in my backyard with Six Flags ride, we will be protesting.
Sorry, I didn't realize